Hey guys, at this point in class, we've completed our warm-up question where we self-assessed our current level of proficiency in our classroom language of study, which is either French or Spanish. After the video, which is going to explain what we're going to do today, you're going to start to make progress in your language development, which is one of the required components of the career-related program. You'll go under classwork, and you'll scroll all the way down to the bottom where you're going to see that there's a new topic called Language Portfolio Documents. And if you click on it, you'll see that as part of the CP, you are required to complete a minimum of 50 hours of language development. Phase 1 out of 4 will assess your current level of proficiency using a digital pretest, which will then create a personalized learning pathway to increase your skills in your classroom language of study. So you receive 10 free quizzes per calendar month. So you get 10 free quizzes in October, November, December, etc. And at the end of each month, I'm going to check your progress, and this will be submitted as evidence under intercultural understanding, which is one of the 5 learning outcomes of personal and professional skills. Every 2 to 3 months, you'll also take a digital progress test in order to revise your goals using this free digital tool. So you're also going to notice that there is an attachment, and so you'll click that. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a copy of this. And it's a fairly large document because you're going to be using this over the next 2 years. Before you take your pretest, you're going to type in your language of study, which is either French or Spanish, your career pathway, which is either technology or health sciences, and then answer these 2 prompts. So I'd like you to explain how you believe your language of study will help you in your future career pathway in this first box. And then in this second box, you'll choose an IB learner profile trait that relates to being bilingual in the global economy and explain why it's important. After you fill this first table out, you're going to follow the directions for whichever language you're in. When I was in high school, I took French. So I would click this first link, and it'll bring me to this website. I'm going to join for free because I don't yet have an account. And I'm going to join with email. So I'm going to click on this third box down here. So I would type in my name, and then I would type in my school email address, which for you guys is your S number, at student.milwaukee.k12.wi.us. And then you click I am not a robot and join now. After you click join, it's going to ask you to confirm your account going into your school email. So you'll have to log into the student email and click the link confirming your account. After that, it'll bring you to your pretest, which for Spanish students, it's about 55 questions, and for French students, it's about 74 questions. Now, as I was taking this test, and remember that keep in mind that I haven't taken a French class since 2006, when you guys were 3 or 4 years old. I was really surprised at how little I remembered, because if I were to go to France, I can have conversations and I won't starve, and sometimes I can even fool them into thinking I'm from there until I say something completely incorrect, and then they ask me if I'm American. So when I got my placement results, I was a little surprised, and I'm a little embarrassed to say that I'm back at the beginner level. But once I took my pretest and got my results, I saw that there was this really fascinating bar graph. I did not do well in these intermediate levels. And then I saw later that there was a results analysis. So what I would do if I were in class with you guys today, is I would look at all of this data and I would copy. You're not really copying and pasting it. You're going to type in your scores, your correct number of questions, your incorrect, the not answered, and the result. And the first question they asked, what was the number of nearly correct questions? And for me, I had 4 nearly correct. It's highlighted. So if you don't have this section, that means you had none that were nearly correct. You had 0. And if I scroll down a little bit further, it says I have 36 incorrect. So I would put 36 here. And then the current level of proficiency in my language is this beginner level. Now here's the deal. I did not look up any words on Google Translate or Word Reference because I needed to know where I was at for reals. So I am asking very nicely to have you guys be honest in what you know or don't know. And so this pretest allows you to not, it allows you to skip questions without getting docked for it. But like if you do put in the wrong answer, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong because the whole point of this process is to get better over time, especially if you're planning on testing in this language in order to get college credit. I am working with your foreign language teachers, so Madame, Profe, and Senior Voith, in order to make sure that we're doing this with fidelity. So I would really appreciate you guys' cooperation in this too. So if I were in high school, I would look at these results and go, well, okay, so I guess I passed entry level and I really need to work on some grammatical stuff. So luckily, it's giving me a personalized pathway in order to increase my proficiency and perhaps not be a beginner, maybe by the first progress test. So after I've taken my progress test, which is again is by yourself and not with other people around you, so there should be no cheating, no collaborating with the other people at your table, no referencing things on the internet. You're going to analyze your results in full sentences using these questions as a guide. And then once you get to this part, where it says start of lessons, you're going to stop for the day. And if you have time left over in class, you guys can work on the resume, which was due to Google Classroom last night, and make sure that you're all caught up in the evidence and journal entries that have been assigned so far. And if you guys have any questions throughout this whole thing, you can feel free to message me through Remind or ask a classmate about procedural issues, not the answers to whichever language pretest that you're taking. All right, good luck and have a great day, guys.